Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. We have over 6,000 people in here. If we do tap that screen, everyone will easily
1 million,
get us
everybody.
up there.
1 million. 1 million.
We're so close, everyone. Also, everyone, if TikTok does get banned, everyone, I will be on YouTube. That's most likely where the lives will be. It'll be a different setup, but we'll see.
I'll be following Parker wherever he goes, but my socials are also in the link tree. Also, if you want to follow me anywhere, but I'll be on Parker and Dean's coattails. So.
All right, let's get this next person. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. I got hiccups, bro. Hey, what's up? How old are you?
Boo.
Do you guys have any toilet paper?
Hey, I had a question for Matt.
Oh, Nate, I appreciate you.
No, I have a question. I really do. Just 1 second.
Go ahead, and then I will go on to the next person. Don't worry.
Okay, hey Matt.
What's up?
I just had a question for you. Do you think Trump will make the border better?
Make the border better?
Yeah.
He'll try, but I don't think his policies will be better in the way that I want them to be better.
Okay. And do you think that prices will go down?
No.
No?
No.
You don't think so, Parker?
No, definitely not.
No, Nate. I don't
Why not?
Even Trump's admitted it.
Yeah, Trump has already admitted that he can't change prices that much.
But he's going to make the Iran, some mafia or whatever, pay for it. Israel? No.
Did you know he just said that he was like that the Federal Reserve said that they're not going to be decreasing interest rates as often because it is the case that Donald Trump's tariffs would cause inflation?
Yeah, but he said that he was going to have someone pay for it. I forgot who, but
Wait, how can you have somebody pay for prices?
Yeah,
I don't understand that logic. Like, Trump probably said that because Trump often doesn't make sense, but I'm trying to figure out how that makes any sense.
Yeah, he's a businessman, but he gets stuff done, Huh?
He gets stuff done. Well, I mean, apparently not, because he's already saying that well, we can't cut this, we can't lower prices on that, we can't do this. I mean, he's already setting expectations.
It was lower it was lower when Obama was in office. You agreed to that?
It was lower when Obama was in office? Yes. Prices were lower during Obama's.
Yeah. And then a fish fillet at McDonald's was $5 and now it's $6.
Yes, I agree with you.
That's nothing to do with the Biden-Harris administration.
No, but Biden has done nothing, and he's a lie, and he's a liar.
Wait, hold on. Once again, my question: how can a president lower prices? He doesn't have a button that could just be lower prices, lower prices, lower prices.
He's going lower tax on tips, right? You know that.
He wants to do that.
That's not lower prices.
That won't lower prices. That will just put money in the hands of people that in the service industry who get tips, which is fine theoretically, but I'm kind of a wishy-washy on it. Lacey. Thank you, Lacey. I appreciate that.
Parker,
I appreciate you coming on as always. Make sure to come on once prices go higher, so we can have that conversation.
Text me, okay?
Text. I don't have your number, but I appreciate the hand massage. Thank you so much, bud. Okay.
I'll text you. Mentally.
How old are you?
22.
Thank you for the handout. Thank you, Morgan. Did you vote Trump?
Thank you, Lacey, again.
Am I voting for Trump?
Yeah.
I already did, but I just had a quick question.
If you voted for him. Why'd you vote for him?
I guess that I thought he was pretty good from 2016 to 2020.
So the economy was good in 2016?
I thought it was. I'm not saying I didn't say that. You just said that for me.
Who was president?
2016. He took over in January.
Nope, that was Obama. Obama wasn't president.
January 20th, he didn't take over.
No, that was 2017.
Okay, so my mistake.
So he inherited a good economy?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not saying anything bad about Obama. You're just I don't know why you're putting words in my mouth. I just had a quick question. I saw a video you made about Elon on Twitter making fake accounts. Can you just go into detail on that?
Dude, yeah, Adrian? That's obviously him.
What has he been saying? I didn't see anything about this. I just thought it was interesting what you posted.
Yeah, he goes on live on this account called Adrian, which is obviously him.
Yeah.
And he literally like debates people and defends himself, and was what's it called? Defending Nick Fuentes saying the N-word, saying that it was just a word. But when Harry and Dean told him to shut the fuck up, they were like trying to stop Harry and Dean from doing that.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. I mean, what do you have actual proof that it's him, or you think just his demeanor and the way he's speaking?
The way he sounds, the way he speaks,
Didn't he
and I'm pretty sure
confirm
he's
it?
also even admitted it. But
Yeah, like one of his tweets, he basically said, "Yes, this is me." Now he could have been like bullshitting us because he's like a massive troll, which I think is so adult of him. But like
it's so likely him. He literally
yeah, like the
every
guy
way he
sounds like him
speaks
in every
sounds
way.
exactly like him.
Which, by the way,
But like now
if
with
it
like
is
AI
him,
and stuff,
how
you don't think that someone could be like altering that to sound like him? You know what I mean?
No.
how can you alter
It would
something
sound differently.
Through
Yeah,
artificial
it would
intelligence.
sound
I don't know.
differently.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Anyways, I saw, or actually, I was talking to my grandfather who voted for Biden. I mean, Kamala, and
W, Grandpa.
what did you say? Oh, yeah,
W,
but
Grandpa.
he was just telling me how Trump said he was going back on his word with the tariffs. Do you know anything about that?
Maybe what he's referring to is the fact that he's kind of like leaned off some of the talk about imposing tariffs on like Canada and some places, but like the threat is still there. He's just like not as like forceful about it, but he still plans on implementing like universal tariffs and all that kind of stuff. And, but the people that he's putting in power, like in the agencies, they're kind of like leaning off of it like a tad bit, and they're trying like to maneuver it in like certain ways. So that's
Yeah.
probably what he meant.
Okay, yeah. I was interested in that too. Obviously, I think Trump ran a great economy during his term, but I mean the tariffs are a little bit suspect. But I think
Can you name me like a policy he did pass that was good?
I know he did a lot with the veterans. I don't know specific names of policies. I know he added healthcare to veterans. I know
Oh my
now.
god, you know what I just realized? Felon stands for F Elon. You know what I mean?
Oh, it does.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Um, I know he wants to cut corporate income tax. I know he wants to. I guess I think that after the economy that we just had, I think it would just be better for a fresh start with new people, not the same administration under Harris. You know.
Wait, so you want to go back to the old administration where because basically you're saying everything was good until we had a disaster where he basically fucked that up.
I mean, you can't really blame COVID on him. Really.
No, I don't blame COVID. I blame the COVID response on him.
Yeah,
That's what
I don't
blame.
think many countries handled COVID well.
Okay, fine. I blame them for the fucked up response. I'm sorry, but like we handled COVID terribly.
I could agree with that. I don't think that's on one person. You know what I mean? I think that's on.
No, you're right. It's on the whole administration.
It's not
so
right, and
I
it's
don't
not
want
like
that
Biden
administration to
came
come
in,
back.
and it's not like Biden came in when he took over.
Biden
and
did
helped.
better.
I mean,
No, Biden did better.
He didn't do
in my
good.
Opinion. He did better.
Okay, but you're just picking the less of two evils. Like I don't know.
Yo, Sid,
Biden
thank you so
also
much for
had
the flying jets.
W.
Thank you so much, Sid. Can we get some W's for Sid in the comment section? Thank you so much.
He also
Thank
had
you.
better policy overall. So, like, he also just had better policy overall. So,
What did you like about Biden? Like, what specific policy about that Biden passed did you really
Inflation
like?
Reduction Act, the American Rescue Plan, Chips and Science Act, all those.
Yeah.
Are wonderful. His single-handedly like strengthening NATO and like making sure that Ukraine stayed a sovereign country. Like Biden will like go down in history as like one of the like modern presidents that have like single-handedly strengthened NATO. He's allowed 3 countries to join NATO. NATO is stronger today than it has been in a long time. Ukraine has survived because of him. Like
Right.
yeah, I mean, those all are like good things. The Paris Climate Agreement, he rejoined that, and now Trump's going to get us out again in here in about 10 days. So fuck us, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how he does in 10 days, like you said. I guess all we can do is hope for the best, right?
Yeah, and like
I'm bored of talking to that person. Let's go to the
buying
next person.
some
Only
adult
send a guest request
beverages.
if you did vote Trump.
You're bored.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
30.
Did you vote Trump?
Oh,
No, I
he's
didn't.
driving. He's driving.
Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. All right, let's get this next person up here. This one said Parker's literally paid by the DNCD app. Please join in.
Yeah, please. And also, thank you for the tabor cap. Check my link tree, everybody. Somebody said that it wasn't working, but I just checked it and it was working. So, let me know if it's not working, and I'll try to fix that. But yeah.
All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Dude, I have the hiccups like crazy. Is this the pillow guy? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
56.
Did you vote Trump?
Yes,
Why so?
because he's a pretty darn good leader and he knows what he's doing. So
Okay. So
I've been
like,
up here before. I've been up here.
Have I debated you?
I don't know if it was a debate. I just give my
Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 25.
Did you vote Trump?
I'm Canadian. Keep doing what you're doing. We're scared.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, I don't want Trump to literally like forcibly take over your country.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Vote no on PP, man.
Hey, 41.
Did you vote Trump?
I did.
Why so?
Tariffs, tax cuts, oil production, and immigration and healthcare.
Tariffs and tax cuts. You know, tariffs are taxes, right?
I don't agree with that. Actually, if you look at HR 644 that Obama passed in 2015, it was one of the biggest legislations that helped save my business.
Can you tell me what a tariff is?
Well, a tariff is actually it's kind of like a levy that you put on products coming in. It raises
It's a
the
tax
price
that you
of
put
those.
on products coming in.
So what would you consider it then?
A tax.
Why?
That's the definition.
I mean,
It's literally. I took economics courses, and it's in the definition. Okay. What is a
So-
levy? Can you tell me what a levy is in that context, please?
well, yeah, it's something that you'd put on there to, well, I mean, I guess technically it would be to raise the prices or make the product more expensive to bring in.
Yeah, it's a tax to make the product more expensive.
Yes, to equal out the.
What is a tax or a tariff? Or
A
sorry, not a
tariff?
tariff. Sorry, fuck. I am asking the wrong question.
It's all good, man. Don't worry about it.
I apologize.
No,
I
you're all good,
apologize.
dude. No worries.
Yeah.
The
can
only
you
reason
tell me
I say
what a tax
you
is.
put a tariff on there so you can equal out the price of the good.
I understand.
bring
What
it
is
to
it?
the
What is
United
it?
States.
What is a tariff? Or not a tariff? A tax? Fuck.
A tax.
Mhm.
A tax is putting money on something to bring into the government, right?
Something that produces governmental revenue.
Yes.
Okay. So it takes from people and produces governmental revenue. Okay, so that's what a tariff does.
So yes, a tariff would technically, I guess you could call it a tax because we would gain the revenue from that, right? But it also equals out how much that actually costs. So if you want to bring in cheap products and make products here, I mean, we charge a
Let
lot
me
more
explain
for
why
our
that's bad.
wages. And, what?
Let me explain why that's bad. Because you're replacing a progressive tax structure with a regressive tax structure. So our current income tax structure, that makes it so that people who make more pay more. Tariffs are regressive because people who are lower income spend a greater proportion of their income on imported goods.
Yes, but you're also taking our jobs and bringing them overseas to get built under slave labor and less safety regulations, correct?
Did you know that if you tariff countries around the world, they have an incentive to decrease labor standards to compete in the U.S. market?
Well, wouldn't that be the exact same thing that we're doing in the U.S.?
No,
So we're
listen.
going to lower the wages and the
No,
safety
listen.
regulations to compete with a third world country?
Listen. So in order to be, well, you can't below the minimum standards that we allow. So
Yeah, so
in terms of
$7.55 is
if
not a
you
livable
specifically
wage,
want
right?
to increase, I'm trying to explain this to you. If you want to increase the labor standards that exist around the world, put a tariff on companies that are producing in other countries around the world only if their conditions are bad. or don't meet a particular standard in which you think is justifiable. So if that is the case, I would be in support of it. I don't disagree with tariffs like that. I think those tariffs are actually a great idea. That's not what you're advocating for. You're advocating for stuff that will actually incentivize decrease in labor standards within those countries that already have bad labor standards, right? Because it is the case they want to compete in the U.S. market.
Yeah, so without those tariffs, though, then you're actually incentivizing for U.S. companies to drop our wages and our safety regulations to compete with a third world country.
No,
Right?
so what you're not understanding is that it is the case that we already have a minimum standard.
Yes,
They can't go. They can't go lower than the. So listen. You can't go lower than the minimum standard. So if you want to increase the minimum wage, I agree.
Yeah, I'm all for increasing the minimum wage. I think it's way past due everything else. I mean, 7.25 is not a livable wage. But then when you say minimum standard, so you want other countries to bring in their cheap labor to, I mean, then we have to compete with that cheap labor, right? And we have a higher standard of living than most countries. Would you agree?
Okay, so I don't think that like we need to compete. What do you mean compete with cheap labor? Are you just saying that like you don't want
yeah,
there to
think
be a
about
global
it. So
market?
say I'm in the steel industry.
You know that when you increase tariffs, that doesn't get rid of trade.
It doesn't get rid of trade, but it makes it us competitive with the other people bringing it in. The like HR 644
Not fully,
Obama
but
passed in 2015. He incentivized a 267% steel tariff. That's what saved us because we couldn't compete.
yeah, you're
with
talking about
China
targeted
on that
tariffs. You're not.
aspect
Yeah,
of it.
those I don't disagree with.
Okay, so you
you're
guys
talking
are
about
for
targeted
some
tariffs. Yeah. So listen, you're talking about
So you
target.
force some tariffs.
I'm trying to explain it to you right now, so you don't shut the fuck up. You won't be able to learn. You won't be able to learn. Okay.
Well, I'm just
yeah,
asking.
so-
I just want
Yeah, and
specific
I
ones.
understand. I'm answering the question. If you don't shut
There's
the
no
fuck up.
there's no
Yeah.
reason to be rude. I'm
Okay. Well, you're the one being rude by not shutting the fuck up. Now, thank you very much. So specifically, can you restate the question, Matt, so I can respond to it? Because I had a response.
He a targeted tariff.
Yeah, we support targeted tariffs. We disagree with universal tariffs. What Trump's advocating for, right, is a universal tariff on China, Canada, and Mexico. Okay, that's a blanket tariff. That's not a targeted tariff.
okay. Can I speak now?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, so China was
Good
one of
boy.
the biggest targets, right? China was going to get a 60% tariff.
He wants 10% right now.
I thought China was 60 and everybody else.
Yeah,
is 20.
he before ran on 60, but now he wants it 10%.
Okay. Well, actually, I agree with the 60% more because when China brings in stuff, I mean, they have lower quality, everything else, so the safety factors.
Then
are
why do
everything.
American citizens buy it? Are you saying American citizens choose to buy lower quality goods?
No, absolutely not, because we're actually shipping our jobs overseas, so that takes away our wage growth, benefits, and everything else. So then we have to compete. So to compete with China, we have to
So
lower
why don't
our
you just
wages,
tell
right?
why don't you just tell people to buy from America? Are you saying
I
American
do,
products
actually.
sucks? Are you saying American products suck so much that Americans don't want to buy them?
No, I'm saying that we have to charge higher wages because we have a higher standard of living.
I thought you said that they're greater quality though.
Who?
You said U.S. products are greater quality.
Absolutely.
So then the higher prices wouldn't change whether or not people desire the good because it's of greater quality.
Why not? When you could buy two things for
Because
the
it's
same
of
price
greater
that American
quality.
wages. Huh?
Yeah, because you're saying they can buy the same thing, right? The same quality, but for
Yep.
lower price.
Exactly.
Okay, so then it's not of different quality.
So
you just contradicted yourself.
you're saying the QA is the same with China and the United States?
Mods, can you please mute that person and repeat what you just said?
Oh yeah, I see him. I see him.
Say that again, TikToker.
Oh, about the quality?
Whatever you just said.
About having to compete with China on quality? And
I don't know what you just said, so please just tell me what you said.
Okay. I agree that we should charge higher tariffs on China so we can compete with better quality products and
So
livable wages.
That would cause prices massively to go up for American citizens.
But it also cause our wages to increase because we'd have more jobs here.
No,
Which
there would be
bring a competitive market. There's
so
more jobs, then the more bargaining you have.
Here's what you're misunderstanding. There'll be more production jobs. I'm not disputing that. But
Okay.
there will be overall less jobs because GDP will decrease.
Why would GDP decrease?
That's what
'Cause
top
under
economists say,
Trump's
and that's
first
what
term, he beat Obama.
That's what top economists indicate and like analysis indicate.
But that's not what happened.
I'm
So like
telling
you
you
guys
specifically hey, you haven't had a universal tariff to like what we're mentioning, so obviously you wouldn't be able to evaluate based on what did specifically
Exactly.
happen.
I mean, that's
Now, if you want to look at what the estimates are from economists, it's the best way to evaluate it.
all I can go off is the tariffs that we currently had, like specifically.
Can you repeat
HR
to me what I just
644.
said?
What?
Can you repeat to me what I just said?
No.
Yeah, so this is why I told you to shut the fuck up, because if you don't listen to what's coming out of my mouth, we can't have a productive dialogue. You came up here
Why do you
to
gotta
just say
talk like
things.
that?
Why do I say that? Because you're an annoying piece of shit that came on my live that's not listening to anything I said, that I'm trying to have a productive dialogue with.
Well,
but
as
you're
soon
not
as I
listening to
start
anything I'm
talking,
saying.
you
So
start cutting in.
you're interrupting. You literally, I was speaking, you just interrupted me. What are you talking about? So why am I being rude to you? Because you're being rude to me by not listening or engaging with anything I'm saying. I'm giving you back what you gave to me. But apparently it's only an issue whenever I do it. It's not an issue when you do it. So if you want to engage in a productive dialogue with me, let's do it. I'm trying to do that. But you're not listening and engaging, trying to learn, or trying to engage in a conversation.
Okay, let's have a conversation then.
Okay? Then fucking actually listen to what I say.
Okay. Are you gonna listen to what I say?
I was engaging with everything that you had to say.
Well, as soon as I
Now,
start
do you want
talking.
to talk about what we were just saying so I can get back to it?
Okay, so this is getting redundant. Okay, let's move on.
What I asked you specifically, would you like to bring up what we were just talking about so I can engage in that conversation? Because
I don't know. We were both talking over each other, so let's move on. So what would the next topic you want to be? Tariffs? You still want to keep going on those?
That's the same topic. So yeah, I was talking about it, right? And I was saying, do you want higher prices for American consumers? That will cause a decrease in GDP overall. Because again, right, top economists have indicated that based upon analyses. Push the level up.
I don't agree that it's going to create higher prices in the way that you think. I believe if we bring back more manufacturing, we'll have more jobs, and more jobs equals better bargaining and leverage that you can actually be like, okay, this company has this amount of jobs, this one has. Who's going to bring me over for what? The more jobs, the more bargaining, so you can bargain for higher wages and everything else. But if we keep bringing in more products from China, then we have to keep lowering our wages and standards to compete with them. Does that make sense?
What you're not understanding is that that's how trade works globally. That's how comparative advantage works. So you're just acknowledging they have a comparative advantage in a particular type of manufacturing, and you want to make us artificially more competitive with them. So when you try to like portray it as we're trying to decrease standards in the United States, no, that's just how the market works. I thought you guys were very pro-capitalism.
To a point, I am, but there also needs to be some government regulation.
Okay, so again, when you say there needs to be government regulation, what government regulation do you think should exist? Because you're arguing for tariffs, which in this context isn't really serving as a particular regulation on a particular type of action, but
So, like
rather
anti-dumping laws.
and yeah, that's like a specific regulation that limits a
Yep.
specific behavior. You're not referencing limiting a specific behavior. You're talking about implementing a tariff that will cause prices to go up, and it doesn't incentivize a particular behavior. All it is just an the only behavior it incentivizes is it increases domestic production, which again
Yes.
doesn't lead to an overall economy being better. It just leads to an increase in domestic production. That's it. That's it. Why do you want just production increases? What's the point of
Because
that?
production increases, because the people have to
Just in manufacturing.
Yes, in manufacturing. So people have to have those jobs, right? So those companies
No.
need workers.
So, like, can I give you an example? If you limit a particular technology, right, then you're going to increase jobs because it takes more people to fulfill that exact same labor requirement than with the use of machines. So, do you want to limit the use of machines to increase manufacturing jobs?
No, I
Why
mean,
not?
because technology's coming no matter what we do about it.
Because
They're
it
going to steal our
decreases.
jobs down
Is it
the road.
because
That's a different conversation.
is it because it decreases efficiency of trade? If you were to get
Technology,
rid of
I wouldn't
machinery.
say decreases the technology of trade.
You listen to what came out of my mouth. Do you think that getting rid of technology would limit our ability to have as high of an efficiency of trade?
No.
That is just dumb. Okay, that is fucking stupid. The reason why that's fucking stupid is because we utilize machinery all the time to increase crop yields, to increase productive services. Do you think prior to the industrial age, we engaged in manufacturing faster? No, that's stupid. Okay, machinery allows for efficiency of trade to increase because it allows for us to produce things quicker.
Yeah, I won't argue with that. Maybe I didn't understand that 100%.
Okay,
So
but
I'm not.
also
I'm not-
having
no, I'm
technology in
advocating
usage
for AI
lowers
to
the
help.
amount of workers because you require a lower labor requirement for the same particular good produced.
Okay, now I'm starting to track what you're saying. So you're saying that AI is going to get rid of the workforce pretty much, right?
What I say is technology limits labor force within specific aspects, but you still think we should have that technology because it increases efficiency of trade. So similarly, we shouldn't have tariffs because it would decrease efficiency of trade.
I think that's two different type of subjects that you're talking about.
Okay, Jesus Christ, man. I'm obviously comparing things, but I'm comparing it based
Well,
on a
it's kind
relevant
of
basis.
it's kind of a weird
because they
comparison.
both decrease. Because again, we don't support getting rid of something using a mandate or using a tariff or something like that, right? Like, you wouldn't put a tariff or a tax on utilizing machinery, would you?
Yes, because I mean that's a whole different
So
where you're
you
going
want
with
to you want
that
to put a
is-
tax on
So
Uber
yeah,
drivers
you would
for
have to put a
using
tax
machinery?
on the AI sooner or later because if they start taking the jobs, like a lot of AIs coming in, like self-driving, everything else, like that will get rid of Uber because
Let me clarify. Do you think that we should get rid of cars because it is the case that it limits the amount of jobs associated with people
No.
that are taking care of horses?
No.
Okay, so then obviously you care more about efficiency of trade than you care about just particularly keeping up a production of jobs.
You're looking at it at a very simplistic point of view.
Yeah, because your argument here is very simplistic.
Well, tariffs in AI are a little bit different. That one's a little bit different to wrap my head around.
What about it?
Well, just trying to relate AI to tariffs.
Yeah, I'm saying some of the similar reasons why you don't want to restrict the usage of technology, which the 2025 glasses, is another reason why you wouldn't want to engage in the use of a tariff.
I don't agree with that.
I just told you what reason it was. It was efficiency of trade.
I don't understand how AI is efficiency of trade. I'm trying to work that out
I've
real quick.
explained this to you now 3 times. You're either fucking stupid or stupid, okay? Technology increases productive capacity. Do you agree?
Yes.
That's it. It increases efficiency of trade
Well,
because
then
you
if you look
produce
at
more.
it, tariffs actually will increase production in the United States, right?
No, not overall, because the GDP will be lower. It will increase domestic
So
production
if we're
within
if we're
Shut up.
producing more, we're
It'll increase domestic production within manufacturing, but not overall production, because overall production is going to be related to GDP, right? Gross domestic product, right? And gross domestic product will decline with the usage of tariffs. So do you understand the distinction?
hold on. I had to turn the mic on. You keep muting me. So AI will stop.
I didn't even say AI. Never once said
I'm
AI.
still wrapping my head around that one. I've never had anybody try to put those two together.
Okay, I'm kicking him because he's just fucking stupid. Like, actually fucking stupid. If you think I'm too rude, I don't give a shit. Like, that guy was actually stupid, okay? Actually stupid. Like, you cannot tell me that person was not stupid. If you say that person wasn't stupid, I immediately lose credibility. You lose credibility immediately. Okay, that looks like a child. Yo, what's up, how to you? Hello?
Skibidi toilet.
Okay. Yeah, all the people saying that that person wasn't bad or stupid, like, you guys have no fucking clue. Jesus Christ, what do you mean? What do you mean? He kept thinking I was saying AI when I was talking about technology, right? And I was just telling him that technology increases productive capacity, like it makes it more efficient to trade, and his brain was like fucking stopping on that. Like, that's not a difficult concept. I could literally teach that to a fucking 3rd grader. That's not a difficult concept. Anyone in the comment section should have been able to understand that if you have a working brain cell. He was not trying to understand. There's no way he was not trying to understand. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? If he was trying to understand, he would have got that. Like that, it's really not that difficult. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you did vote Trump. You don't have to be a genius to go over what I'm saying. What I was not talking about. You don't have to be a genius. That's actually like really frustrating that there are people in the chat that think you have to be a fucking genius to actually understand that technology makes you produce more things. That's not a fucking difficult concept. I'm sorry. If you think that in the chat, I'm sorry. That there's a fucking issue. There's an actual fucking issue. Jesus Christ, dude. That is not a difficult concept at all. It's not a difficult concept. I don't know why we have to coddle people that don't understand basic concepts like that because they're not trying to understand. It's not because he has no capacity to. It's because he's not trying to. Okay? Anyone who tries to can understand that. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
How you doing? I'm 22.
Did you vote Trump?
Indeed.